Hi guys, welcome again to our weekly catch up with Peter Evans. Hi Pete, great win on Saturday against Carlisle, a new team into the league. Thought they played very well. What was your thoughts on the game, please?
Not very good first half. Bit disappointed really. I think it was quite hard to get, not motivated because it's probably the wrong word, but get the lads sort of focused on the game. I think for the first time for a lot of them, it's a case of being top of the league and everybody wants to beat you, more so than other teams. You think back to league seasons gone by when you were sort of mid-table or towards the bottom, you always up your game for the top of the league, you always want to play them, you always want to beat them, and particularly at home. I think we've lost one game in about 25 at home now, stretching over a good couple of seasons.
Yeah, it's a good record, isn't it?
Over 3 seasons, I think it's about 2 games, so it's really impressive. So teams are going to want to come here and win. We need to realise that quickly. Can't just be focused on those big teams, because I see every game as just as big as each other. I think we've some very, very difficult games following the game coming up this week. But first half wasn't great, but second half we switched on and came good in the end.
Well, like you say, the first half, we went in at 5-0 up at half time. I'm going to ask the question, was that down to us, or was that just how good they defended?
Both. They defended very well, but we made it very easy for them.
So the second half was a totally different game altogether. What was your team talking at half time to change it around?
I think the opening line was, is that anywhere near the standards that we set? And everyone was in agreement, no. I asked the lads what we're going to do. Got a host of answers back. It's pretty player led, so everybody has an input. We just needed to play the way we normally play. Find the space, get the ball to that space and make the correct decisions. We were making the wrong decisions. We were playing the easy ball thinking we'd run through, when really we should have been trying to find the space a bit further out,
because they had some big lads as well, didn't they?
Every team we play in this league has got some big lads. They're all going to be game, they're all going to come forward. You run straight into anyone in this league, there's a fair chance you're going to get a good whack. So you need to try and find space, run to arms, not shoulders, which is what we say.
Yeah. Well, going on to this week, we've got Macclesfield away, a brand new team we've never played before. They came down. Yep. They haven't set the world alight as the season started, but we probably can expect a lot more from them come Saturday.
Not a shadow of a doubt. I think they've lost two games. The 2 games they've lost have been Harrogate and Bladen, so two of the best teams in the league. I think they're quite a new team at the start of the year, so they took a bit of time to gel. They're going to be good. Yeah. I think it'd be the hardest game of the season, to be honest. We'll see how the weather is, how the pitch is down there. I think it'd be the toughest game of the season. I think there's a lot more, not to try and play mind games, so I don't think anyone will watch this or care really, but the pressure's on them, not us. If they've put their stamp down, they've said they put their foot down, they went, we're going to get promoted, we're going to win the league, we're going to come second or go for the playoffs. They want promotion. We've not mentioned that word yet. No, we're going each game as it comes. As cliche as it sounds, but they've put their foot down, so that's what they want. And you won't go up losing 3 or 4 games in this league. You need to be 1-2 games at max.
Our goal every year is to win the our first 10 games, race to 10. It makes you safe. What's our next goal then? If we
just do better than the season before. That's a
so hypothetically for me, is it get the 18 wins first, because we've never had 18 in this league.
Just keep going game by game. We set our targets at the start of the year, and the main target was to do better than last year. We finished 4th after being second for a lot of the year, and I think we've got 17 wins. The aim is obviously to better that. And if that takes us into the top 3, the top 2, finishes top, then so be it. We'll just take each game as it comes.
Right, okay then. Right, going on to the seconds now. The seconds had a tough game on Saturday, playing a very accomplished DMP, with a few recognisable players.
It was a tough test. We knew it would be tough. Obviously, I don't think we expected it to be that tough for the team that they had out. A lot of boys with first team experience, some Falklands players, academy players, albeit. They had some good players.
County internationals.
England, if they want... brilliant. If they want to play second team rugby and put that team out every week, everybody knows who they're going to face. If they want to drop into leagues and they have a team like that in D93, I think they'll be out in our league very quickly.
Yeah, would be, wouldn't it?
But yeah, it doesn't matter. The lads needed a real tough game to sort of put a bit of heart into it. Although they got beat comprehensively in the end, it was 10-0 at half time and they put up a real good show.
Yeah, the feedback was that
feedback was really good. They give it a real good go. Now we're missing a lot of players, and you'll see the queue for the physios room today. There's a lot of players that are carrying knocks or we're missing. If you'd have said we'd have had 3 teams out every week, we had 5 teams out at the weekend. If you class the vets game, the 3 senior teams, you class the vets game, but there's a lot of lads who are playing with 35 who play seconds, thirds, etc.
I think there was at least half a dozen playing on Friday night who played again on Saturday.
And then you've got Sunday the under teams. So we had 5 senior teams playing the weekend, which is a massive achievement for us. All the injuries that we've got to like established players, we still managed to put really, really competitive teams out and be 10 in 10 in our league.
They've got Novos this weekend as well.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity. I'm hoping to get a couple of the Colts involved, some of the older under 18s. I know they've got a friendly, but I'm hopefully get some of them boys involved. It's a chance for us to play some rugby and I'm not saying it'll be easy, but get a bit of confidence back. The guys are at home on the AGP. They should be up for it.
Right, and then finally, but not last but not at the end, we've got 3TM, who again went to West Stags, which and go and beat them in their own backyard.
Yeah,
that's a massive achievement.
It is, and I said something to the guys afterwards. If you'd have said 5 years ago we'd have been playing their second team, it just shows how far we've come as a club. Obviously the guys went there, performed really well. Again, we've probably not the strongest team they've had all year, but we've a good team. Went there and won, played really well. The feedback was great, lads enjoyed themselves, and now I think they joined top, which is... Well,
it wasn't until this morning, and then we've looked again, and because Middlesbrough have dropped out the Candy League, we've had the 5 points deducted off from them, so we're somewhere in the 5th region, but we have a few games
to stop us.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
No, but it's great though. I think it's great for them to finish wherever they finish the league high up, but I think it's about testing themselves this year. The lads have had I'd probably say about 7-8 years of winning games comprehensively, and then towards the past couple of seasons, teams just crying off. So they just needed a competitive league this year. Losing that first game against Stockton the way they did is a big wake-up call for them, but I think it's made them realise that it's going to be tough. They've all bought into it, so I think they've got Rovers this week who are top
of the league. Yeah.
So it's going to be a massive test for them. Another second team. We'll see how they get on. And they've got Stockton, I think, the week after.
The week after it is, yes.
Straight away. So again, a massive test to put that first game of the season right. But lads are enjoying themselves. It's competitive rugby, and they're getting games every week, which is the main thing.
It's quite good, isn't it? Because the boys are buying into what you were preaching, and then Toomey, he stepped into the third team now. And they're buying into what he's saying, and it's gelling together.
It's got to be a fine balance of lads coming down, training, working hard, implementing what we do, but also just enjoying themselves and enjoying the social side, and making anybody who steps up from junior rugby, Colts rugby, into senior rugby comfortable and making them feel welcome, which is the main sort of priority, as well as winning games.
Right, cheers, Big. Thank you very much. All the best for the weekend, mate.
Cheers.